Welcome everybody to a new HeroRR video, and this is my brand new to me obviously, Honda MB5. So this bike was purchased, basically, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of the story here. If you guys don't know who Henning is, he has a lot of cool videos on YouTube. I'll leave some links down below of some of the stuff he's made. Very popular guy. He's been an inspiration for me a lot with some of my videos. He does a lot of those like shop manual videos and things like that. Anyway, I follow him on Instagram. I saw a post he had about MB5, and I said, wow, that bike is awesome. I'd love to have one day. And he ended up reaching out to me and telling me that if I wanted to have one, he had one back in Cape Cod, because he's from Cape Cod originally. He said, hey, if you want, I'll be back in July and you can come pick one up. I have an MB5 that's been in my parents' basement, and you know, it's yours if you want it. So I was like, yeah, dude, of course. So fast forward comes up, and I end up meeting up with him, and it was so surreal being able to meet him. He's like I said, he's a YouTube star, so it's always nice. It was my first time meeting somebody that's also like an influencer on YouTube, so that was pretty cool. I even had him sign the bike right here, so it was so funny too, because when I was telling him that I wanted him to sign the bike, he was like kind of like a little apprehensive at first. He's like, you want me to sign the bike? I'm like, yeah, sign the gas tank or something. And he's like, he was, not that he didn't want to sign it, but he was just like, this is weird. I've never signed a bike before. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like this bike is cool. I wanted this bike regardless, but it's so much cooler that it was your old bike. So please sign it. And he was cool with it. So that was awesome. I got that signature, and I got to even hang out with him for a little bit. And it was just cool talking to him about bikes. But anyway, let's talk about this bike. This is the MB5 that he sold me, and it's a little bit of a Frankenstein bike. As you can see, a lot of this stuff is not original. For instance, he told me this was a Harbor Freight headlamp. Right here, these turn signals, I'm pretty sure those are not stock. These gauges are off of I think a CB350, I'm not sure, something like that. He has obviously a Trail Tech right there for the speedometer, or for the RPM gauge right there. And also you can see that the air box is missing. It is a pod air filter design. I'm not a huge fan of those, but finding a OEM air filter is next to impossible for these bikes. So if you guys have one for sale, let me know, and I would be considering one. Even though the pod looks so sweet, way better than the air box, I just think that these things, bikes in general, run better when you have the OEM pieces. This thing is cool. He also put on, this over here, he put on a braided brake line for the front, which I think is hilarious. But it does have a single piston, a disc brake in the front, and it has a drum in the rear. It is a manual, has a clutch, front brake, rear brake. And the coolest thing about this too is Ari actually put a 6-speed transmission from the CT70. I'm not sure what he put it from, but it does have a 6-speed, and it runs, it works. He had it going for me, and it's a cool bike. Like I said, 2-stroke, all that, center stand, very cool little machine. It's gonna need a little bit of work though, just to show you guys. It does have like some aftermarket bits, and I'm okay with the gauges, that's fine. The RPM gauge does not work at all, which kind of stinks, but he does have this one right here, which is nice. Yeah, this is so cool. I'm excited to own this thing and to ride it around. And this thing is technically considered a moped in Massachusetts because it's under 50 cc. So technically I can ride this around without having to insure it, and I can register it way cheaper. So that's something cool. I can ride this around like the neighborhood. I can take it down to the store. I can go to the gym with it. I can do little things like that. I wouldn't go on the you can't go on the highway with this. I don't know what the top speed is, probably about 40, 50. I don't know, somewhere in there with this transmission. I don't know. I would have to test it, honestly. I have no idea what the top speed is. It's not fast. It's not fast by any means, and it requires pretty much full throttle all the time just to be moving. So here's underneath, we got basically just a tiny little battery just to kind of power the bike. Got a little bit of 2-stroke, an extra spark plug, wire diagram, a dirty rag. Oh man, pretty cool though. Pretty cool to have Ari's bike. And you know, Ari is he's a very mechanically inclined individual, so I trust that this thing will be as about as reliable as it could be. I mean, he had a good history behind it and everything. So anyway, guys, this is the new bike for the channel. Okay, guys, so we are going to do a quick test ride on the Honda MB5. And here, real quick, I'm just gonna leave my phone over here. Just to let you guys know, this thing does kind of act up a little bit. It's not perfect. It's going to take a few kicks, I'll tell you that right now. I really wonder what's leaking there. I'm going to investigate that after, though. Alright, so the fuel's off. We're going to put it to the prime position. Put the key on. Go ahead and... Are we recording? Yeah, we are. Cool. Ooh. Got a little bit going there. Let's switch the fuel from prime to just on. Let's give it a... This is what it does. It kind of runs a little bit. Then it'll die. Yep. And you gotta keep doing this until eventually it stays running. I think this time we got it. Here's the RPM. Cool. I can't give it any revs or it will die. We'll let it heat it up real quick. Make sure this all gets hot. Let's take a look around real quick while it's running. How's that engine sound? Pretty good? Yeah. 49 cc's of pure adrenaline power down in here. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to mention this too. Ari actually adapted some little passenger pegs because he had his girl in the back, which is hilarious. Got some, and he also did this too. Little brake light. I don't know if this brake light works. It doesn't. I noticed something about this bike. None of the electronics work. The headlight sort of works. Not dual filament, I don't think. Blinkers do not work. That is quite a horn. Okay. Oh, I did realize, you know why I might have had issues? I wasn't choking it. That was probably why. Maybe if I just pulled the choke, it would have ran. You know, okay. So this bike's pretty good. It started right up without a choke. Just a couple kicks. I really gotta figure out what's this leaking though. That looks like it's coming, I don't know, from the carburetor. Can't be coming from the engine. Like I said, there's no... It's a two-stroke. Let's hear this thing. Yeah, let's get it going. Let's see what this thing is all about. Alright. I guess you guys can maybe forgive me for not wearing any gear. I got a helmet on though. Alright, let's go ahead, pull the clutch in, put it in first gear, and there's where it catches right here. I'm gonna walk it out a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's see what we got going here. Ooh. What a fun bike, huh? This thing is so small. Get a little obstacle course going back here. Does it wheelie? I don't know. Probably need to like throw my weight back. Am I in first? Definitely gotta be in first of this bike to wheelie it. No. Alright, it's not gonna wheelie. I'd have to like really put my weight back here. Nah. Okay. Well, I was never good at wheelies anyway, but I don't think this is the bike for it. This thing's cool though. Look at this. I can just kind of cruise around. This thing, it's honestly, it's fast enough to take on public roads. Like I said though, it is a little bit of a moped, so you got to be on the side of the road. Let's go ahead. Full throttle. Oh, two-stroke. Woo! All right, brakes. Lock up that rear. Oh man, this thing's too much fun. See if I do a burnout. Alright, I gotta be careful. I'm pretty sure, I don't know much about these, but I'm pretty sure there's no rev limiter. So you can over rev these, I think. I mean, I don't know if you can. That might be total. I'm gonna assume you can, just because not a lot of technology in this thing. So yeah, when you're done, you got no side stand. You just do one of these. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the mighty MB5. So cool. Thanks again, Ari, for this bike. Like I said, it's gone to a good home. And she's a screamer, man. She's a fun little bike. I gotta get this thing registered so I can take it on public roads. But until then, this will be just a fun little yard bike, I guess. Along with this one. This one actually, I don't know, needs a little bit of loving. But until I get to this, I got this, which is super cool. Alright, thanks again, guys, for watching. I appreciate all of you. I hope you all have a great one. Take care, and bye-bye.
Let me live my life, the one I'd better lead. All the blondes of fantasies, and we looked at them 11 ways. You said, look at me.